Are you looking for the best camera phones? In your budget? Well, in today's video, we break down the top 5 best camera phones. I made this list based on their price, quality, durability, and more. To find out more information about this product, you can check out the description below, and also make sure you subscribe for more reviews. Okay, so let's get started with the video. The 5th product on our list is the Google Pixel 8. The Pixel 8 may not have the longer zoom and larger sensor of the Pixel 8 Pro, but this is still an excellent camera phone in its own right. The main 50MP sensor has a wider aperture than that of its predecessors, meaning more light and thus better quality shots in more challenging conditions. The ultra-wide, meanwhile, now offers autofocus, unlocking the macro shooting mode that was only found on the Pixel 7 Pro last year. A reworked camera UI makes it easier to jump between the phone's various still and video capture modes, and with the backing of that new Tensor G3 chipset and impressive new AI capabilities, Google is blurring the lines between photography and photo manipulation on the Pixel 8, something that's best demonstrated by the new Magic Editor. Like the Pro, the Pixel 8 also enjoys an outstanding 7 years of software updates, making this impressively priced affordable flagship even better value. Google's image processing brings photos to life, even before you lean on any additional AI enhancement. Low-light shooting offers better color accuracy and exposure, presumably thanks to that wider aperture, while edge detection around elements like hair and portrait mode shots is impressive too. Consistency with regards to color, dynamic range, and contrast between the main and ultra-wide sensors is closer than expected, even in low light, making this a more dependable set of cameras than on the likes of Samsung's Galaxy S23 handsets. The Peak 8X Super Res zoom seriously impressed too, retaining far more detail than expected and producing some great shots that almost made us forget about the Pro's 5X telephoto. Up next in the 4th place is the Apple iPhone 15. There are still just 2 lenses on the back of the iPhone 15, but they are not the same pair as you found on the iPhone 14. Okay, the 12MP ultra-wide is basically the same, but the main camera is now the same 48MP lens that you'll find on the iPhone 14 Pro. That's not the same sensor as the larger one that now resides inside the iPhone 15 Pro and iPhone 15 Pro Max mind. Even so, this is a significant upgrade from the iPhone 14's 12MP main camera, and all of the cameras are backed by the last-gen A16 Bionic and an upgraded image pipeline technology photonic engine and computational photography that affords a few cool new photography features. Video quality is still excellent, and you can shoot up to 4K 60fps. You'll enjoy shooting in cinematic mode, which lets you add a short focus effect to all your videos and choose which subject or object you want to focus on while you shoot. If you didn't like your initial choice, you can always edit and select a different focus subject. Low-light photography is good, and the 12MP TrueDepth lens is an excellent selfie camera. Plus, you can transform virtually any selfie into portrait mode with a tap. This is unquestionably the best set of cameras we have ever seen on an iPhone base model. They're not as good as those on the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and they lack both stronger telephoto and macro capabilities. If you want that, you'll pay more, but for the price, this is all you should want or need in an iPhone that doesn't have Pro in its name. The 3rd product on our list is the Google Pixel 8 Pro. The main camera on the Pixel 8 Pro is considerably better than the camera on the Pixel 7 Pro, but the improvements can be hard to explain. The lens on the camera has a f1.65 aperture, which is wider than the f1.9 aperture in last year's lens, and while the number is lower, a wider aperture is better because it lets in more light, and the improvement is exponential and not linear. The f1.65 lens on the Pixel 8 Pro is an amazing feat, while the f1.9 aperture on last year's Pixel 7 Pro was a thoroughly unimpressive spec. See, the numbers are confusing, and it's just not an easy spec to boast about. The iPhone 15 Pro uses an f1.8 lens on its main camera, which won't let as much light through, but of course there are plenty of other factors to consider. Compared to my iPhone 15 Pro Max, some photos looked better when shot with the Pixel 8 Pro, but others, especially night pics and low-light images, looked better taken with the iPhone. That's surprising, but there are still some reasons for Google to brag. Macro photography is better on the Pixel 8 Pro than on the iPhone, and even if you aren't going for a macro look, you can still get closer to your subject with the Pixel. The Pixel 8 Pro also handled food photos much better than the iPhone. That natural look the iPhone tends towards can make dishes look unappetizing in bad lighting. It's better to have a camera that can do some enhancements. Once you've taken your photos, it's off to Google Photos to edit them, and Google Photos on the Pixel 8 family is a special app. It has features you won't find on other Pixel phones, Android phones, iPhones, or even on the desktop. Second on our list is the iPhone 15 Pro Max. This was the year that Apple embraced zoom, with periscope technology that folded lenses and mirrors to give us real 5x optical zoom on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Unfortunately, the iPhone 15 Pro got left behind with less range, but that makes the iPhone 15 Pro Max the easier choice if you want the best iPhone camera, hands down. The big iPhone 15 Pro Max doesn't just get superior zoom range, it also uses a 6-axis stabilizer, which can move in any direction to keep the camera steady while you're taking photos or shooting video. It makes a big difference, especially when you zoom in all the way. For every type of photography, the iPhone 15 Pro Max is a great improvement over past iPhone cameras, and it holds its own against any other smartphone you can buy. For video recording, the iPhone 15 Pro Max truly excels. It has dynamic range and a level of detail and quality that are unparalleled, especially when you are recording in Apple's ProRes format at the highest resolution and frame rate. It may not be quite as versatile as Samsung's overstuffed Galaxy S23 Ultra, and Apple doesn't give us all the fun shooting modes in which Samsung indulges, but the iPhone 15 Pro Max is a high-quality, reliable camera that can shoot great photos and amazing video in any situation. Finally, the top product on our list is the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. The Galaxy S24 Ultra retains the Ultra title as our best camera phone for its versatility, but Samsung has also taken strides to improve image quality all around, making this phone a great choice for every photo situation. Photos from the Galaxy S24 Ultra look more natural than images we've taken with past Samsung phones, and even the iPhone 15 Pro could look cold and lifeless by comparison. The 200MP main sensor is still around, and this time it's been greatly improved with better color and more dynamic range than before. The blurry background in photos looks more natural than digitized, and the camera was very consistent in its results. Of course, the big question is whether the 5x zoom camera on the Galaxy S24 Ultra is a downgrade from the 10x zoom on the Galaxy S23 Ultra. While you might not see as many fine details on images from the newest Ultra, the photos are still much better all around. Noise is greatly reduced, and color is improved, which makes most images just look better, even though the zoom isn't looking as far. Samsung phones excel in their shooting modes and options, and there are plenty of great choices on the Galaxy S24 Ultra. Food mode will make your food look delicious and not insipid, and portrait mode does a great job blurring the background behind your subject. Overall, the Galaxy S24 Ultra is the camera I reach for most often when I need to make every shot count, and I'm not sure what sort of shooting I'll be doing. It can handle everything, just like its predecessor, and it delivers more consistent results than any competitor. Thanks for watching, and that's all for now. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Till next time.